Hello and welcome to our demo of Fantasy Basketball Draft Ace by Ace Technology Consultants. I'm going to walk you through some of the major features of our Draft Ace tool. For those of you who had our football version, it will look and feel very familiar to you, though we have added quite a few upgrades based largely on your feedback, so we certainly appreciate you contacting us. One of the upgrades we've got is we now have ADP information. We've partnered with mockdraftcentral.com, who serves up our ADP information. You can see right there. During the launch, it's also grabbing the latest injury information from the internet, and it's installing it into the tool. So you no longer have to have Wi-Fi during the draft to have injury information available to you. It's also performing player updates, so we can track player movement without the need of waiting for an Apple update. Of course, you have our main player list. One of the first questions people usually have about such a player list is, where does it come from? This player list is a composite. It's not a composite. It's a snapshot of the ADP rankings from mockdraftcentral.com in late August. So that's providing you a good baseline for comparison to today. So what are these colors? Well, the gray players are players that have already been drafted. I've conducted some of the draft for demonstration purposes. And in the event you don't like the gray and white contrast, you can say, well, show me only available. And Dwayne Wayne's gone, since he's been drafted. The green players are players you put on your love list. These are guys you want to target. The red players are players you put on your hate him list. These are guys you absolutely don't want to have under any circumstances. We also have the ability for you to flag sleepers. We don't change colors on those in the event someone's looking over your shoulder. You also see players with injury information are flagged. Name, team, position, and depth chart. So the depth chart is installed in the tool. No need to have Wi-Fi during the draft for that either. And the ADP. Now you may be looking at this saying, well, here's guard, forward, center. That's nice, but my league does a 5-position draft. The DraftACE tool supports that. All you need to do is turn the combined positions off, and now you're looking at it 5. Point guard, small forward, shooting guard, etc. Turn those back on, and you're back to 3 positions. If you'd rather rank by ADP, you can certainly do that. It maintains your positional rankings. So what do? The DraftACE tool can actually track your entire draft, not only your team. So it will come loaded with 10 teams, and you can change this. You don't have to leave it at team 1, team 2. But what you can also do now is order the teams to align with your draft sequence. That allows you to leverage some of the other nice functionality within the DraftACE tool. Of course, any draft tool is going to let you reorder to your own liking. You can also do that within the position. You'll see here's the overall ranking. Here are the rankings within guards. And we've also exposed a couple of other features. See this little exclamation point pops up. That's our ADP warning. You've got him ranked at 5, but the ADP is at 16. So those are sufficiently far away, it's going to throw you a little warning. Also the other direction. ADP is 1.2, but you've got him at 14. Now you can set those tolerances to your own liking, and the ADP warnings have gone away. You also see tiers have popped up now that we're in a position view. Now these aren't our tiers, they're your tiers, and it's simple enough to configure. Player tiers. You can set up to 5 tiers per position, and they can of course be different. So we've said the top 2 guards are tier 1, the next 5 are tier 2, and you can see that right here. It adjusts in real time. So you can say the top 5. Now we've got 4 tier 1 guards. Well, so now what? You're ready to draft, or you want to investigate some players. You can filter on. This is our depth chart filter. Show me only the starters. Now let's click through Here we see he's a guard with Toronto. Here's the ADP, tier 2, first on the depth chart. Currently available. We talked about love him, hate him. You love this guy, you hate this guy. He's a sleeper. Any injury information we got during the launch will be displayed here. Here we have last year's stats, loaded in, not keyed in. You might say, well, we don't consider him a guard in our league. We consider him a forward. You can change that. The entire league stats are available to you. So you can see, let's click through points. You can see for all forwards, it's 42nd in the league with a little over 1,000. You can pick any of the statistical categories and see the ranking that way. The team depth is going to take you out to the current players' team depth chart on ESPN.com. So you see he's available, you want to draft him. You have two options too. You can click draft. There is your draft sequence, and you can certainly choose a team and then move on. Now we have an auto draft feature as well. It looks up and determines who's next. Team 6 was next in your order. Draft Nash, Team 7. Joe Johnson, Team 5 was next, and on down the line. And it will use a snake, so it'll go 1 through 10, 10 through 1, 1 through 10. Now you've done that, we said the DraftACE tool will track your entire league. You can see, well, Team 5 has drafted these guys. And I've got this a little out of sequence. You can see Team 2 doesn't have a center yet. Here's the sequence of your entire draft in order. Dwayne Wade, guard for Miami, drafted by Team 2. Worst yaw. Forward. Charlotte, Team 5, and on and on. And if you make a mistake, you can resequence that. The other major function is the search function. This looks a lot like the main player list, alphabetical by first name. You've got position, ADP, and it's a fuzzy search. You can click in here, and it'll search LAC on player or team. So you see there's the Clippers, but there you see Gerald Wallace for LAC. Some of the other items we've got is there's a link to our website. Here's a link to the facts section of our website if you have any questions, as well as a link to our technology partner, mockdraftcentral.com. Certainly recommend you practice before you get to your draft. Practice makes perfect with fantasy drafts, and this is an excellent place to take care of that. So those are some of the major features of the Fantasy Basketball DraftACE. Thank you for watching our demo. Please pick up our tool in the iTunes store. Please visit mockdraftcentral.com. Good luck on draft day.